she does. It's just like nonstop, all these releases, and it all falls on her. So major praise to Lauren for that, for sure. I also want to dish praise to Frechelle for always hunting me down wherever I am, in some airport, whatever her time zone is, my time zone. She always finds me and helps us all get paid. So major praise to Frechelle. And I definitely want to also just praise to Algene, who I never get to meet with anymore, but she's like always in my DMs, to getting everyone ready for all the things, the PFP collection announcements, and just all the little things that she does for me. It makes my life so easy. Thank you, Algene. And but Nishant, we won't call on you for a little bit. You have some time.
No worries.
So I'll throw it over to Lauren.
Yay! Thank you, Griff. I want to just praise to you, Griff, for the awesome optimism forum post requesting grant funding to put Giveth on Optimism and Givebacks and the whole big shebang. It's a super epic forum post that I even felt inspired and jazzed up around afterwards, as well as all your support in pushing the Optimism retroactive public goods funding grant thing. And I also want to praise Mitch and Almond and Santi for all the work that they're doing on the PFP collection, from deploying the contracts to testing to comms to mint page to design, and just getting it to the finish line with many moving parts and the great Twitter space. And I want to also praise Monique for coordinating all the devs so effectively, so we have epic launches all the time. And like last night, just like up late working on these fixes for the Polygon release, and just like so much work he's doing. And what would we do without Monique? I will pass it on to Mitch.
Oh, you caught me. I'm still typing my praise. I would praise Claire Frechelle for hanging out super impromptu yesterday and making a plan for doing a working group transition. I want to praise Kurt for doing all of this research on GiveFi and finally finding a contract that looks like it's going to work out for us. And lastly, I want to praise Algene for doing all of the outreach to friends and fam for the upcoming PFP minting party. And I will end it there and pass it on to Heather.
Yay, thanks, Mitch. Well, I would like to praise you, Mitch, for reviewing a forum post that I'm about to post in the coming days. And I want to praise Nico for all his hard work doing the town hall for Giveth and the home allowance forum proposal. And then I also want to praise Ahmad for reviewing PM candidates. And I will pass it over to Claire.
Hi, thanks, Heather. I think that probably my internet connection is not very good. Can you hear me all okay? Fabulous. So I'd like to start by praising the outreach team who are raising funds for the earthquake relief. Griff, Lauren, Yaz, Corey, Algene, British Jake, and we're seeing some generous donations coming in. I want to praise Mitch and Frechelle for working through the change in direction yesterday for the DAO accounting and budgeting. I'd like to praise Ahmad for solving a data feed problem I had in Google Looker and explaining some chart basics, which has helped me to kickstart a report showing Giveth stats and metrics. And I'm going to pass it over to Giantkin.
Giantkin is deafened, so let's throw it over to Corey.
Hey, thanks. I want to praise Nicola for a really great sync this week. I really appreciate your vibes and helpful suggestions. I want to praise Ahmad and Almond and also others for supporting me last week while I was on vacation and letting me actually take some time out, which I really needed. And I want to praise Monique for a really very productive sync yesterday and making sure that together with me that we have things straight for all the upcoming launches. And I'm just writing the rest in the channel. I will pass it to Almond.
Thank you. Thank you, Gordy. I wanted to praise Algin for being on top of the PFP Allow List outreach and following through and just keep us posted around it. It has been really great. I want to praise Franco, Ashley, Mitch, Kotabe for joining the Giveth Ambassador station yesterday regarding rewards and creating feedback to create the final rewards. And I want to praise Santi and Mitch for joining the Give Talk, the Twitter space regarding the PFP collection. Even though we had tons of technical issues, we made it through. So it was amazing. And I'll pass it to Mateo.
Thank you, Almond. Hey guys, GM to all. My top praises, I want to shout out the dev team. It's not because I'm a developer, but man, we're killing it. It's amazing how many releases we are doing. And I have to praise everyone that stayed until late last night for the Polygon release. It's amazing. We have many things still to push, and we're doing amazing. The second praise I want to dish is to the Spanish translations team, especially Franco, Almond, Kotabe, and Brichis. We're almost done with that. It's a tedious work and almost done with that. I will type down many other praises that I'm missing, but those are the most important for now. I'll pass it to Santi.
Thank you, GM everyone. I want to give praise to Almond for organizing the Twitter space that we had yesterday. I also want to give praise to Nico for the amazing town hall that he organized yesterday also. And I want to give praise to all the dev team for the Polygon launch. It is amazing to be on another chain. And I'll pass it to Nico.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'd like to give my praise first to Rochelle for everything that she does for the team, for being always available, and for helping me always this week in contributor support, and for also the preparation for our Giveth Town Hall yesterday. Praise to Ahmad and Heather and Rochelle again for all the preparation that we did, making sure that we get all the right information to our contributors. Praise to Kotabe, Suga, Franco, Jake, Heather, Mitch, Jake, Nicola, Mary Jaff, and Santigs for joining our Giveth Town Hall call yesterday, and also Rochelle and Heather. Passing it to Ashley.
Hey everyone, happy Community Day. I want to praise Almond and everybody who is involved in the ambassador program meeting. Just like finding an MVP that we can start with, something simple, something that we can move forward with. I want to praise Mitch and Almond and Nicola for finalizing everything for the impact quests, making sure that everybody gets their NFTs as we promised and all the prizes went out. And I want to praise Lauren for a really awesome buddy call the other day, just syncing up. It's always nice to like have a buddy call. Like it's great to work with all of you guys, but also just like having those human moments with my buddy is really important to me. And I will pass it to how about Heather?
No, Heather went early, but how about we gamble? I think Nishant is like excited for this one. Nishant, you want to take it? Just some praise.
Yeah, I was really enjoying. I mean, this is something I'm seeing for the first time in a community call. But yeah, let me just also thank you guys a little bit. So, Griff, I got to know about you last year when you were in Paris for Chang's hot pot dinner, and Chang's told me that, you have to say hello to this guy. And I was like, okay, let me read about Griff, and from DAOs, and otherwise what I'm gonna say to him, So that's when I learned about, really in detail about everything that unfolded from the DAO, to like, how you started, Giveth and everything. And this year I was at Eat Denver and I heard Lauren giving her presentation, I heard a few presentations. Somehow I happened to be at Lauren. I was really, I liked it. Like, I was in my head thinking like how nicely she presented everything at a high level, and it's an ability not to get lost into operational details, but, being able to really put the high level construct from which everybody can really follow and build a majestic thing that you are building. So yeah, these are the two things. I mean, like, of course, my gratitude to you guys, for opening this whole new world to me. Okay. So yeah, I'll just give a brief introduction, then we'll do more Q&A. So
Wait. No.
yeah.
This is the praise section. So those are your praises, and now we'll go into the other stuff later. But do you want to pass it to someone?
Oh, okay. All right, sure. Maybe Nicola has.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Nice to
Sorry to
meet you.
cut you
Hi,
off.
everyone. Yeah, you get your space, don't worry. Okay, I will praise, first of all, really all Eve Denver team, guys, because just not for only you, every single one of you taking the time and space to fill out, the form and give each other really constructive feedback by also being patient with the process of like me trying to figure out which is the best way how to go about this. So major praise to all of you. And also praise to Heather for and for Fresher coming in and joining, listening in our Graviton sync up. It's very awesome to have someone to bounce ideas. And hey, Kotabe, can you mute yourself? Thanks. And yeah, it just really feels good to have more minds in the place and feeling this initiative and conflict resolution and even just the gravity work growing within the Giveth. And I want to also praise Moshahab. Oh my God, who just saved me today. You're my hero, taking break from everything that you're doing on the release and just coming to help me fix my VPN issue so that I can actually fulfill my tasks. Awesome. Thank you. And so much ease, grace, and humor while doing this. Uh, all right. And who didn't go? Oh, Franco, did you go?
No, thank you. Hello, everybody. I would like to praise the Bateo and all the translation team. That's Almond, Kotabe, Breaches. They're doing amazing work. We're all doing amazing work, and we'll get this ready for launch very soon. I want to praise Mitch for all his support that he's given me into getting the rewards distribution ready. And I want to praise, a special praise for Lauren for taking care of me while I'm sick in the Giveth house. And I'll pass it over to Freshelle.
Thanks, Franco. I want to praise Mitch for his great brain work on next steps on the sub-deification. I want to praise Nico for his efforts on preparing and hosting the Giveth HR Town Hall yesterday. And I want to praise Nicola for handling the Eat Denver team feedback responses so gracefully. And I'll pass it to Aljean.
Thanks, Michelle. I want to praise Almond, Mitch, and Griff for providing the guidelines on the outreach task about the upcoming FPF collection minting party. I want to praise Jake, Yas, Corey, Claire, and the rest of the team for for providing inputs about the earthquake funding outreach task. I also want to praise Frischel and Nico for the never-ending support on all my HR-related concerns. I want to pass it to Jake. Did you go already?
I did not. Thank you. So for me, I'm going to start with Nicola. She did a great job with everything in recap. It can be very difficult to get positive, negative, any type of feedback from people, especially an entire group. So well done. Suga, you're doing an incredible job recapping ETH Denver as well, especially for somebody that wasn't IRL. Super, super cool. Very well done. It was almost like you were IRL. Lastly, Elgene, Mitch, and Santi, I can't wait to see over 1,200 Giveth PFPs just floating around out there in Web3 space. Well done. And I'm going to take a swing and see if VPAbundance.eth is ready to take the mic.
There it is. Hey, everybody. Really appreciate y'all having me here. I definitely want to throw some praise to Ashley, who has been holding my hand through this whole process when I first reached out to the info at Giveth. I want to throw some praise to Griff, who definitely welcomed me with a very nice, warm welcome here. And I guess I want to give some praise to this entire community. This is definitely awesome that you guys do this like attitude of gratitude to, kick off the event. And I'm a really big believer in like personal growth, and like an attitude of gratitude is like such a strong foundation to kind of lay everything else into. So yeah, really appreciate y'all having me here. And I don't know who hasn't gone yet. It seems like so many people. How do I know who hasn't thrown some praise yet?
It's a gamble. If you want, I can pass it for you, but you can also take the dive and just guess.
Can I throw it over to Parfait and see if he has gone yet?
There you go.
Nice.
Thread in.
Thank you, everyone. I want to praise to Ashley. I want to praise also to Lauren and other people who have give power in our project, and everyone who is involving in Give project. Thank you. I don't know who I can pass to.
Do you want me to pass it, or do you want to gamble? This is the praise game.
Lauren.
Oh no, you missed. Lauren went first. It's okay. It's okay. But Wonka hasn't gone. Let's throw it over to Wonka.
Thank you, Griff. Yeah, I would like to praise the Give Economy team. I think you're doing great on all of the things of like optimism, Polygon, DAO drops, and like multiple grants and ideas for funding. That's super cool. Besides, I want to praise Mateo because besides all the work he does in Giveth, we are also like coordinating on the local community in Colombia, and that's a whole other topic, but it's super interesting. And also praise to Nicola because besides contributing in many aspects in Giveth, she's also writing a lesson for the upcoming Graviton course, and she is carrying the flag of conflict management with her presence. So that's super cool, and I am super grateful. And I will pass it to Kai.
Hi guys, I'm fresh back from Thailand. I was a bit out of the loop, so my praise might be short, but I'll try. I really want to praise Mo Shihab, who is doing the DevOps thing with me, and it was great, to rely on you, partner, which was really nice. And so I also want to praise people in the development team who are really working with us a lot, and that is Amin, Monique, Mohammed, and Carlos. And I mean, I would like to praise the rest as well, but just like praise the dev team as always. I came late, so I don't know who still has to go. How about
Sure.
Parfait? Did you go?
Miss Parfait had gone, but I can throw it to you. It's getting down there. How about Lucas Shaw? Luca, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I guess I'll praise Nicola for being productive and enduring in her work through her charger troubles, and Danny Bell for pulling off the impressive feat of weaving me into the local community, despite the fact that I show up so often impatient and annoyed. And just praise to all of you for. I'm curious to hear more, but for seeing the value in profile picture collections.
Nice, and I can pass it for you because it's getting down there. Let's start with the breachies.
Good morning, everyone. My first praise is for the translation team because we work really hard. The second is for Grief because I think working asynchronously is hard, and he's delegating tasks to me, so I'm grateful for it. And the third one is for Kotabe because he's following up all the stuff that we got in Flea and is backing up. So I will pass it to you, Griff, because I don't have any idea who is next.
No problem. Well, we'll sling it over to Katabe.
GM, everyone. Well, I have so many praises to give, but I'll try to limit myself to three. I will praise Griff, Jess, and Jake for the optimism grant, for keeping working on grants really hard. I will praise the Spanish translation team. Great job, guys. I think that the Spanish version of the adapt is like coming out really nicely. And I will praise the communities working group, especially Ashley with the GPS and also like with GPS efforts, and also Almond with the ambassador program efforts. So yeah, those are my praises, and let's see if I can see someone that has not gone yet. Let's see, Nishant.
I have done.
Yeah, Nishant went, but there's only 3 left, so let's throw it over to 08. Good to see you, man.
Hello, glad to be here. I honestly want to praise Griff and all the amazing givers that are working on this. It's yeah. Kudos for everything that you're doing in Web3. I will pass it to Corey.
No, I can pass it for you. 2 left. Let's throw it over to Mo.
Sorry, I was just looking for the mute button. I want to praise Tosin for helping with the design and clean up the Figma. Thanks, man. I want to praise Cherry for handling all of the design issues on the front end. I mean, and I want to praise Monique for helping me with managing the design work and those stuff. I actually have a bunch of other praise, but I can't remember right now. So would you please, Griff, pass it to the next person?
Sure, it's your partner in crime, Tossin.
Hi, everybody. So I want to praise Mitch for the insightful session we had on DeFi, and that was really, really educating. And I want to praise Mo for for all this, for being a superstar on working on a lot of design tasks. And I also want to praise Monique for just being a very great PM and being on top of all design issues. I'm the last, I think. So
Yeah,
back to you.
almost. Actually, Suga just slid right in. So I don't know, Suga, if your internet's good enough to dish some praise. I'm gonna go with her internet is not good enough because I see her popping in and out. Oh, speaking of popping in and out, Moshe Hab just sliding in just in time to dish some praise if you want.
Yeah, hi everyone. Good to be here. I want to praise our hero, the team. Mateo, Amin, Monique, Ty for fixing yesterday's incident. I want to also praise Monique specifically for following up with to have everything in church. And I have a couple more praises. I'll just leave them on the channel. Thank you. Back to you.
Thanks, Moshe Hab. And thank you all for experimenting with the praise game. Praise is really fun. It's a great way to get decentralized updates from the whole community. Oh, Suga, go for it.
Woo-hoo! Thanks, Griff. Okay, so I'm last. I'll be quick. Praise is great. I want to pray. I dropped all my praise already in writing earlier today because I knew I was going to be late. But I want to praise Jake for writing great praise. I want to praise loads of folks for comm support for ETH Den. I've already written y'all down. And also just the HR crew for just keeping us running smoothly. Love everybody. Back to you, Griff.
Thanks, Suya. Yeah, with 29 people or 30 people in the call, we ended up going really long on praise. So we'll have to all do our best to speed up so that there's time for Octant to present at the end. So let's just dive into it. Praise is best written down. When you write it down in Discord, when you do /praise in Discord, it actually turns into give tokens for people, turning gratitude into tokens. So definitely get in there, dish praise in the praise channel. As far as announcements, of course, we have the last few days of the QF relief project. I think Corey will talk about all of these, so I'm going to go brief. But definitely trying to get that, trying to hit that $25,000 number on the QF project for helping Turkey and Syria from the earthquake. We also just added the Polygon chain to our donation app, so now projects can add a Polygon address to their project and actually get donations on Polygon. And the biggest announcement, of course, is to get ready for our NFT drop. The PFP minting party is going to happen on the 23rd, so definitely get involved with that. But we can jump straight into community circle stats. I think this is Almond, but just remember, we got to go fast, so we have time for Octant.
I can take it.
Oh yeah, Claire, take it.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we hear you great.
Anik, did you say stats? I know it's not everybody's favorite topic, but there's always a story behind the numbers, and the community circle team have been starting to tell the story of the Giveth numbers. We've been putting together some stats and metrics to kickstart more regular analysis of how the DAO is doing, moving forward with our GPS agenda. We've created a sample report in Google Looker as a solution to collating most of the DAO statistics, as it can pull data from multiple sources, has several integrations including Google Analytics, and can perform calculations and manipulate data. With all the functionality available, this report is going to grow over time as our analysis becomes more detailed, more targeted, and more mature. And we welcome any feedback on this to help the report as it improves and grows. I've picked out some of the basic highlights from the start of the year on the slide. And as all roads lead to donations, let's start there. We've not quite finished the first quarter of this year, but it's been a good one so far. We've received $182,000 in donations from 350 donors that have passed through the Giveth platform, boosted by two teams in particular, the Quest activities at ETH Denver and the Earthquake Relief Fund campaign. Some ETH Denver projects saw themselves boosted by single donations of over 1,000. This kind of fundraising has a real impact on smaller nonprofits as it creates smaller pockets of crypto converted who can help change the narrative from using traditional means of funding. So far, March is the strongest month for donations, lifted by a generous donation of 100,000 for Earthquake Relief Fund from 1inch, split 50-50 between two projects, Anchor and Bankless, supporting relief efforts in Turkey. Props to the Relief Fund outreach team who've been tirelessly creating connections and promoting the campaigns, and kudos to the ETH Denver team who work so hard for those quests. And there'll be no donations without projects. We now have over 1.8k projects listed. Kudos to everybody involved in onboarding and bringing new projects to the DApp, with over 1.4k projects verified, which is an incredible number of verified projects. And kudos to the verification team who are enhancing the integrity of our platform and creating many opportunities for donor rewards through givebacks. We have 3 current projects on the site that have fundraised over 100,000, and the successes of projects like these are significant as we move to the next stage of Giveth roadmap. The 3 projects you can see there in the corner. And making all this happen is our DApp, which grows more beautiful every day. Our platform visitors have grown. Our DApp got busy in February with the number of active visitors reaching 4.7k, up by 27%, including 4.2k new users. This was also up 26%. Traffic peaked in the days after the earthquake, helped by the fast response of our project teams, enabling earthquake relief fundraisers to be quickly listed and verified. The DApp saw another flurry of activity in the days following the announcement of the Impact Quest in Denver, and at the end of February, coinciding with the start of ETH Denver. It's great to see all these efforts paying off, demonstrating that our campaigns and event activities are driving new traffic to the DApp. And we couldn't achieve any of this without our community. Community growth for the year so far shows that our community is thriving. In our Discord, we've welcomed 225 new members with some beautiful conversations happening in the Say Hi channel. Pop in, check it out, and join the conversation. In our wider community, in the wilds of Twitter, we've gained 2,000 new tweets, 2,000 new tweeters to our Giveth orbit, engaging in lively conversations, retweets, and spreading the Giveth word, resulting in just over 1.3 new followers, 1.3k new Giveth followers. This number is up 100% from the previous period. Props to the tweet team who have really ramped up content and had some great product releases, campaigns, and events to promote. And that's it from me. Back to you, Griff.
Nice, and I'll sling it over to the communications working group.
Thanks. I'll take it from here, and I'm gonna keep it pretty short and sweet. But we have the Givers PFP collection is coming, and the allow list is now open. So check out today's blog post, was posted today, to learn more about all the details about how to get on the allow list, which includes a 30% discount and access to early minting. So our pre-minting party is going to be on Thursday, March 23rd, right after the community call, just as a big FYI. Love to see you there. And look at that art. So for our next point, we've already mentioned this, but we're in the very last push to raise for the earthquake matching pool by this Monday, March 20th. This is an incredibly important initiative. We're raising 25K to launch a quadratic funding round. So spread the word. This is the power of Web3. We can make a huge difference here. It's a great avenue for DAOs to donate, who are looking to donate to this cause. What else? Giveth is part of DAO Drops, which is an opportunity for retroactive public goods funding. So go there and vote, please. 250,000 has been raised to distribute across 57 projects in this round. So it's a really great opportunity. More information is here in the thread. Check it out. Please share it. Let's get support on those votes. And we are also part of Optimism's retroactive public goods funding, such a mouthful, round 2. Voting runs right now, March 9th until the 23rd. So for a little history lesson on Giveth's support of the Ethereum ecosystem and related projects, check out this thread. It's a baller thread, by the way. It's a really, really good read. And if you're a badge holder, please consider supporting us in the Optimism round. And as we already announced, the new Polygon integration is live. We now accept donations on Polygon. We put out an announcement about this. And even better, these donations are givebacks eligible. So really, really cool. We just announced this today as well. And then coming soon, we are working on lots of content, so recaps for ETH Denver, including sound bites, tweets, and blog posts soon. And we're also working on the comms launch for the Giveth referral program, which will include a new landing page, a really great explainer video, and more announcements. So stay tuned. I'll go ahead and pass this to Ashley with Communitas.
Thanks, Corey. Don't forget we have our orientation and AMA call every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Costa Rica time. Please come join us if you have any questions about how your project works or how to donate or just hang out and introduce yourself. And if you click any of the links on this slide, please click this form. We are working to define the Communitas working group and what our goals over the Giveth community are. The Giveth community is everybody, not just the Communitas working group. So we'd love to know your thoughts, what you think we should be measuring, what things are important to you, and maybe what steps you're already taking to help meet these goals. So please take a moment, doesn't take too long, fill it out, let us know, please, what you think. And let me bring up my own slide here. And Our ambassador program is launching soon, so we have another form if you're interested in becoming one of the first Giveth ambassadors or helping us to pilot this program. You can fill out this type form here. It's just where we can collect your information and know how to get a hold of you whenever it's ready to launch. We're just going to launch something simple starting out, so we really appreciate anybody who wants to help us pilot that program. We're also planning for our Meet the Makers event. It will be Earth Day in Spanish on April 19th. We're taking nominations for projects. So if you know any Spanish-speaking projects that are focused around the earth and environmental causes, let us know. And you can watch the last session on YouTube with this link here. We also just recently did a workshop with the Solar Punk Guild, creating a project and walking them through the process. We've now got that up on YouTube, so if you want to check that out, you can find it there. In our Panvala Stamps program, last quarter, you can see all of the funds that were distributed to Giveth verified projects. This isn't it. Like, they distribute quite a bit for each quarter, but this is just showing the Giveth chapter of Panvala. And if you're a project owner, a verified project owner, and you want to advocate more for your community to increase the funding, you can set up a call with the Panvala team by following this link, and they would be happy to help you learn how to become kind of a torchbearer for your community and how you can direct some more of the funding towards your community. So that is available there. Up in the corner, we're always taking ideas for community spotlights, Twitter spaces, Giveth Essentials. The last one, the GitHub for Comms, we had some connection issues, so we rescheduled it for March 28th. So if you missed it, it's okay. It's still going to happen. No worries. And you can find the playlist of past sessions on the YouTube as well. And last but not least, Gravity monthly sync. The next one will be April 14th. Keep an eye out. They'll be launching an online course here soon, so you too can become a Graviton if that's what's interesting to you. If you see any conflicts or tension or you're feeling anything within the community, we have a form you can fill out. Gravitons will get a hold of you, and we can use this conflict as an opportunity to grow as a community. If you want to become a Graviton or get involved with the team, you are a Graviton already, DM Nicola and she will help you get involved. And that's it from community. I will pass it over to Platform Circle to the development working group.
Thank you, Ashley. I can take it. Hey guys, we are the development working group. I'm taking over this time. Been a while. I missed it. While many releases are being made last week, the most important one this week was the Polygon. We did a soft launch. It kind of has, it was a soft, but we already made a tweet thread about it. It's soft because we only released one token, but tomorrow we will have a broader list of tokens. It's going to have like 50 or 30 or so. Many other options to donate using Polygon Network. It's super nice. Many other soft launch about the PFP that is going to happen next week. We're going to have a mint party on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure about that. The referral program is also happening for testers. It's already live. We are encountering some errors, but we are fixing them live with the Shamevine team, but it's looking so good for now. And already launched. I think this comes from last week, the notification center, the new homepage, and the project updates. You go ahead and look all of those with a beautiful new design from the design team on the Giveth.io site. The notification center is super cool. And for tomorrow, maybe we will do a soft launch on the internationalization with Spanish version, and we will be announcing it on Monday. We're still working on a couple of last details from the Spanish translations team, and we will have it ready for every Spanish talker in the team and in the world. And finally, the fiat exploration, it's very soon happening also. We're doing some integrations with Bound Pellerin and waiting for some updates on the on-ramper team, and we'll be done for that as well. Always very happy to share with you guys everything that's going on. And you can take a look at the roadmap and the token log and vote for the next things that we will be developing in the future. Yeah, many design already happening for the new design on the project page and the updates and project discussions. You can vote with those. On the token log is important so you can raise your voice in that, because we are, so many releases happening right now. We are going to have many new stuff to work in the upcoming week. That's it. I'll pass it back to you, Griff.
Thanks, Mateo. So then we'll throw it over to Lauren for the Give Economy Working Group.
Okay, great. Give Economy Working Group. Not much to go on here. A lot of it has already been covered, so I'll just really quickly power through it. PFP collection is going live. You know it. We explained it all about it in comms. What else is there? Sorry, I'm like getting to the slide. But all the details are there. Allow list cutoff is on Monday. Pre-mint is March 22nd. Launch is March 24th. We're also working on a Regen Farms redesign that should be going live soon. Just a couple of minor fixes. Polygon is live. Chainvine's coming soon. Mateo already told you all about that. And on the research side, we're still pushing forward on GiveBuy and quadratic funding, but all these things have kind of taken a little bit of a back burner as we've been pushing forward with all these development releases. And I'll pass it to fundraising.
I don't see Yas here, but I can take it. I mean, the big fundraising updates are that we are just doing the KYC process for Cello, and so that we're actually bring Cello to the grant to the platform, as well as just like we did Polygon, except for Cello, we're actually going to deploy givebacks on Cello, which is exciting. And they're going to, hopefully, if our metrics are good, they'll also provide more rewards than just this 20K. But we just have to get good donation metrics on their platform. We have a grant for optimism in the works. Ethereum Foundation. We're talking to Ether Classic, see if we want to get Ether Classic on board. We got a grant from the Graph, which is cool, but we're also working on getting investments potentially from other groups. The other big news is probably the public goods router. This is a really cool project that we're trying to get a little checkbox underneath different swap platforms and other crypto platforms where they're willing to donate 1% to a pool, and then the DAO itself will actually decide where that 1% goes. So the person who's using the app can just decide to donate 1%. But then the givebacks will actually go to the platform. So the platform gets rewarded for getting donations from their users and allocating it on Giveth. And it's a nice win-win for the platform to include donations into their user experience, and obviously a big win for all the projects on Giveth that could have a nice funding stream through this process. And with that, I'll just throw it over to the design working group. And of course, Tossin, if you can, or Mo, keep it quick.
Hi, everybody. So, from the design working group, we're still working on the single project page structure. So, we are working on the public view, the owner view, and you could actually, just check the Figma file attached to the link. And we're also working on, the GIF5 preliminary exploration. We are trying to explore all possible features, trying to map out the user journey and the overall information architecture of what the whole GIF file will actually entail, and how to make the experience very seamless to the users. So with time, we'll give more details on what the whole feature will actually really entail for everybody. And for the NFT use cases, we're actually trying to implement the initial use case for PFP collection by users on the platform. So basically, if you have your in possession or you've minted any of our NFTs, attached right there beside your name, either if you are the project owner or you've donated or allocated gift power to a project, your PFP will actually be there beside your name. And we're also trying to link a process where if anybody should click on your PFP, you actually see the metadata or go to maybe OpenSea and see all the additional information about your unique NFT. And we've added a Polygon network. We've added the Polygon network address to donation model. So it's possible if you want to switch network to Polygon. As project owner, you're able to receive donation right there with from Polygon, or you are actually able to also make donations with Polygon. And we are really, really excited about the additional functionality and all possibilities. And because we've actually, we released a lot of designs in a relatively short while. Like we said, we're still working on creating a template on how we'll actually, create a interesting design evaluation and audits for everybody. So maybe we're trying to explore how you get more seamless feedback from users and potential new users, and how you actually feel about the new, new features that has been added on Giveth. And this ties into you helping us improve Giveth. If you have any time to share your feedback, or you've noticed anything, or you've realized an experience on the platform is not really pleasant for you, you just drop a message on Design Working Group, or you could reach out directly to Mo or me. And that's all for the Design Working Group. I'll pass it to Griff for giving us cycle.
Thanks, Tossin. Yeah, so governance group is just really quick. Two things that we talk about is vacation. So Carlos is off today. Leave him alone. He's got work. He's moving, which is cool. And Monique is taking vacation in about a week. So that's really awesome, Monique. I hope you enjoy the time off. You deserve it. That's for sure. After all these releases, man. Other action on the forum. So don't forget the buddy review calls. I think we're hitting the Q1, so it's definitely the end of Q1. So definitely time to get in that buddy review call. And of course the forums, man. The referrals post is juicy. We're talking about they giving 50% to people who do referrals. So definitely check that out. Home office money, see if you qualify for a home office upgrade in this forum post. Lots of juicy action in subdalification. Karma, I bet Mitch can talk more about the Karma post, but everybody needs to get on the Karma post and actually add your content there. I'll pass that to Mitch to discuss. And there's a poll on the rewards distribution for praise. How much rewards should we give to everyone? You decide, get on the forum post and decide. These are the big ones. Almost all of them deserve to be read this week, so definitely check them out. And I'll throw it over to Mitch for the DAO working group.
Yeah, sure. Oops, I just added another slide. Some updates. We got a live call on Mondays at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. CST. Oh man, who knows anymore? Checking out some stuff here. I'll just go over the notables really quick. Still working with the DAO Lens team. I set up a little test DAO Lens. I didn't link it here, but I'm working with them to make it really awesome and add some features in. So maybe eventually we could try it out. As Griff mentioned, the Karma Analytics dashboard is up. Take a look if you have any suggestions or improvements. The Karma team is super receptive to make it better. And as I'm kind of hinted, still working a lot with the governance team on a draft for a working group transition. More details on that later on. But in the EnerGive, core contributor reimbursement for January 2023 is up to be voted on. And also in the gift garden, we've got a vote to move out 42 million give to the EnerGive treasury from the Give Garden. And that is up and ready to be voted on. Apart from that, we've got nothing in the multi-sig snapshot, same as well. And the token log is there if you choose to vote on it. Griff's got it up already. Wow, QF just out of nowhere came up and is at the top, but we'll see what happens. Who gets there first? Anyway, I won't take up any more time, and Griff can pass it off to the spotlight.
Thanks, Mitch. Just one thing to add to your thing is there seems to be, I don't know if you want to comment on this, Mitch. There's this Karma link your Discord handle. This is something everyone needs to do, right?
Yeah, but if you go to the Karma Analytics dashboard, next to your name and your address, it'll say link. And then if that's you, you just click it and you follow the steps there.
Ah, cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Okay, fun. Okay, cool. Well, so then let's go to let's just dive straight into Octant, and I don't want to take up any time introducing you guys, but maybe just come in and tell us what you're all about.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So, if there's any OGs in the room here, you might remember an old project called Golem from back in the day. Just going to provide a little context here as it'll help paint the picture about what we're building. So, back in 2016, Golem raised this tremendous amount of ETH for their crowdfunding round. At the time, I think it was like 820,000 ETH. And so, fast forward a few years when Ethereum had appreciated pretty substantially, the project split off into two different groups. So there's Golem Foundation and Golem Factory. Golem Factory is still building this peer-to-peer marketplace for computing power. Project is humming along quite nicely. And then I work over on the Golem Foundation side, which I guess you could consider works on more risky ventures per se. So with that, we took with it a third of the remaining crowdfunding ETH. And so today that stands at about 105,000 ETH. So we're going to be using the majority of that, around 100,000 ETH, to power this application that we're calling Octant. So Octant, you can consider, is a sandbox for decentralized governance and funding experiments. So what we're doing is creating this platform where holders of our native token, the GLM token, have the ability to time lock their tokens into a 3-month period. And then every 3-month period from then, they can claim their proportional Ethereum reward. So what we're really interested in, though, is what type of additional incentive mechanisms would promote a user to donate to a public goods project outside of themselves. So we have just a very basic matching reward that we've set up, and we're going to start looking into QF and some other interesting things to maybe beefing up that additional incentive. But nevertheless, we're creating this scenario where with additional incentives, we're hoping to prompt a user to instead donate to like a Gitcoin matching pool or Protocol Guild or Rocket Pool or a bunch of these different projects, these public goods that we've been able to connect with over the past few months. And so that's why I'm reaching out to the Giveth community. I think you guys have a really great reputation in giving a shit. And I wanted to put this project on your radar and see if Giveth might be interested in becoming like an early stage recipient. But just like as a cap off about what this project is all about, is it's a two-headed approach where we want to be able to provide a testing ground for new ideas in governance, and then also ideally driving some community-driven funding to some awesome public good projects. That is my long-winded elevator pitch, but I wanted to leave maybe a minute or two here if anybody has any questions or if there's any other context I might be able to provide.
Nah, it's amazing. That's so cool, man. Are you thinking that we have all of these projects? I assume you're thinking that somehow we could build on top of Giveth like a way to distribute donations to some of the projects on Giveth. Is it like, how would you imagine that being? What can we do to help make that happen?
Totally, yeah. So we've had some conversations with like ClearFund and DAO Drops and this really cool project, if you haven't heard about it, called Drips. They're building like this crowdfunding platform for open source projects. But yeah, that's like the basic idea is to see how we might be able to kind of empower projects such as yourself to keep doing the work that you're doing. We're really big into this green pill movement and like regenerative crypto economics, and so this is just, I guess, a way for me to like kind of open the door and see how, if at all, collaboration might be possible. So I don't want to put like a specific label around it. I mean, it's more of a like an open-ended conversation about here we are and we would like to support you if you guys are interested, and we're happy to have some deeper conversations about how that might look, rather than trying to label something and narrow it down specifically from the get-go.
Well, that's super cool. Maybe one thing I could show you that would be interesting is we could probably set up, this is a pairwise, is like a snapshot fork basically. And this is an example of one that is done for just like as a temp thing where maybe people who stake their GLM, they could just kind of curate what their favorite projects are on Giveth and just be like, oh yeah, I like, Stout Earthquake better than this. I like relocating to Iran. Oh, grassroots for sure. Oh, solidity development, and they just pick between these and then they end up with like a list.
Yeah.
And then that's it, that's the game. And then I'm on the wrong network, but
I have are you talking about directing funds to Giveth projects, or you're talking about directing funds to Giveth as a nonprofit organization?
So I was under the understanding that there might have been like this umbrella kind of address that would be able to support, the different projects that you all are ultimately supporting. What Griff had just highlighted as well, though, would be possible too. Drips has this really neat idea about creating what they call awesome lists, and so we would through these ideas that they're building right now, kind of be able to like curtail specific lists that then the Giveth community or the community at large would be able to go and support as well. So I guess to answer, I'm not really answering your question there, where I guess both are possible. I guess I just wanted to kind of share what we're doing and see what might be possible.
I have another question. How soon could you start? Because right now we're actually, I don't know if you heard that part, but we are fundraising for an experiment that we want to do in collaboration with Gitcoin and with Inverter Network to fund a matching fund for earthquake relief that we'll do in collaboration with them to support the projects that are on the ground, nonprofits that are helping. And so we are, I think, about 15K short from reaching the goal. So will that be kind of like interesting / possible for you?
Yeah, so I might have glossed over this, but the project is going to be generating these rewards from 100,000 of the Ethereum that we hold staked. So that doesn't happen until the Shanghai upgrade goes through. Without ETH withdrawals, there's no money to send to different areas. So we're unfortunately waiting for that upgrade to go through, and then the way that we have it set up right now, and this is pretty subjective, and we're open to maybe changing it if it makes sense, but every 3 months is when the rewards are set to be distributed or decided upon. So that's kind of the timeline that we've set up with all this right now.
Amazing, man. Wow. Thank you so much for coming to this call and giving us a heads up on this. We will definitely dive in. What's the best way to get involved? Is it just engaging on Discord or?
Yeah, so we just set up a Discord. The community is still really small. I'm just going around and peeking my head into different places and introducing it. But yeah, come to the Discord if you have any ideas around governance or different tools that maybe you want to use this sandbox to experiment with, or if you have different ideas around public goods that maybe could use some funding from this initiative. We're happy to have those conversations as well. We're just going to be launching this very bare bones MVP, and then that's what's really exciting to me is that there's a lot of potential there, but we haven't set in stone any real strong decision making yet. So it's an open-ended conversation that we're hoping the community at large has a really big say in how this evolves over time.
Very cool. Ashley, did you have something really quick to say? I saw you on mute.
No, I just wanted to ask the best way to continue the conversation, whether that be like with the fundraising team or like, can we designate somebody that will continue this effort?
Definitely. We will definitely be diving into this. Wow, this is so cool. And it's so great to see Golem in the news again. It's been so long.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool initiative. Thank you so much, VP.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say, I really appreciate you all having me. I got to jump to another call here, but if there's anything I can provide, I'm in your Discord, so ping me or DM me directly. I'm happy to have a conversation whenever it's appropriate or interesting to y'all. So thank you.
thank you, VP, and thank you all for coming to another great community call, number 154. We'll see you at 155. Bye, everyone.
Everyone, Chile.